We were barely 10 minutes into my wife's birthday dinner. Her family sat around the long table, faces stretched into smiles that felt more like masks worn past their expiry date. Then the restaurant's back wall lit up with a video. Childhood photos of me flashed by, overlaid with blocky, pixelated words. Impotent, failure, high school dropout, low income, now single. That last one caught me off guard. It was news to me. Laughter erupted around the table, hers the loudest. Mara, my wife, beamed with a grin that showed teeth too polished, too sharp. Careful, she winked. If you laugh too hard, he might cry. Her mother sipped wine like it was victory. Her father chuckled. Just a joke, someone said. I set my phone on the table. Tapped the screen. Begin. The noise in the room died. Revenge isn't something you throw together. You wait. You bleed. You plan. Mara and I had been together 8 years, married for 5. In the beginning, she felt like oxygen, brilliant, fearless, the spark that lit up my grind. I was building a modest tech consulting firm, fighting through months when the bank account was in the red. And she was there, or so I believed. Her family never bothered to hide their disdain. I wasn't pedigree. No Ivy League, no legacy. Just a dropout who coded in coffee shops and treated balance sheets like scripture. But Mara claimed she loved my grit. Said I was her dark horse. She played her long game. I played mine. I noticed the shift when she stopped asking about my day, not out of disinterest, but with a silence that guarded something. Then came whispers she didn't realize I'd overheard. Shared glances at her office party, when I showed up unannounced. Missing bank statements. Changed passwords. An email left open by mistake. Make sure he signs the papers after the dinner. It'll humiliate better. That was 2 months ago. Her betrayal wasn't hers alone. Her family was in on it. I was the joke they passed around. I decided I'd never be it again. Over the next 56 days, I built my counterstrike. She'd once left her laptop open in our home office. I copied the entire hard drive. I found exactly what I expected. An affair with her boss, email threads coordinating my birthday roast, draft divorce papers, and a spreadsheet labeled asset distribution strategy. In it, I was simply Target Jack. That one word made everything easier. While she laughed over glasses of Bordeaux with her family, I moved assets into a trust with my name alone. Untouchable. I hired a private investigator, not just to tail her but to dig through her family's past. Tax evasion, insider trading, a buried sexual harassment settlement from her father's company. And her college degree? Bought online. Meanwhile, my low-income company quietly secured its largest cybersecurity contract with a federal agency. I let them all believe I was still struggling. Tonight was the payoff. When the mocking slideshow froze mid-laugh, I nodded to the waiter. Lights dimmed. The screen changed. Mara's smile vanished. First came screenshots. Her infidelity, her manipulation of assets, her emails. Then a folder labeled Exhibit A, fraudulent credentials M. Carter. Hotel lobby footage followed. Her boss's hand on her waist, their room key exchange. The laughter was gone. Her father stood. Turn that off. I raised a hand. Sit. I tapped my phone again. The screen split. One half showed the shell companies they'd used for tax evasion. The other, legal documents already submitted to the IRS and SEC. Whistleblower forms, my name signed neatly at the bottom. I looked at her mother. Your wine's from Bordeaux, right? I smiled. Bought with laundered money. Her glass shattered. Mara's voice shook. You hacked us. No, I said. I watched. Then I acted. Her father lunged forward, but 3 men in suits appeared. Federal agents. One announced. He turned to her father. Jonathan Bellamy, you're under investigation. I didn't bother listening to the rest. Mara's eyes locked on me. You ruined us. No, I said. You ruined me. I just returned the favor, efficiently. By the time the restaurant emptied, her parents were in cuffs. So was her boss. Mara stayed frozen, mascara streaking her cheeks. I walked past her, stopped, and said quietly, You almost convinced me I wasn't enough. But I wasn't the dropout. You were. I placed signed divorce papers on the table. She'd get nothing. The prenup she'd digitally acknowledged in 2020, reaffirmed after infidelity, saw to that. She collapsed into the booth. Silent. That was 3 weeks ago. The media swarmed the story. Tech underdog takes down elite family. My company's value tripled. I moved into a downtown loft. Not extravagant, just high enough to see the skyline, low enough to still breathe the city. I didn't block Mara. Sometimes she texts, apologies, accusations, then nothing. I never answer. Revenge isn't loud. It's the slow crack of a mask breaking. It's watching the people who mocked you bleed from the cuts they made themselves. They laughed once. They don't anymore. And me? I still watch the replay of the moment I said begin.